Hello guys, this is Prime Concept. We have a simple problem under circle geometry to analyze, and this is the problem. So let's see how to solve this very fast for our exam condition. Now the question says in the diagram below, EFGH is a cyclic quadrilateral. Now, one of the theorems we should know from circle theorem is that opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. That's to say, opposite angles adds up to 180 degrees. Now, if that is the case, of course, a cyclic quadrilateral would be a shape, a quadrilateral, where the edges of the quadrilateral touches the circumference of that circle. This is a cyclic quadrilateral, right? Now, this angle, if this is x and this is y, x plus y should be equal to 180 degrees. That is one of the theorems. Now, solving this, the question says EH is parallel to this, like we can see. Then EG are chords, right? EG and these are chords. So we want to find angle HEG. HEG. That is to say this angle. So let me call it x. So this is what we want to get. Now, very quickly, one of the things we would note is that this angle and this angle should be equal since they are coming from the same chord. You can see them. So if this is y, this should be y. That is one thing to note, right? Yes. Another thing to see very easily. Okay, let me not call it y so that we can see. This angle and this should be equal. You can also see that if this is x, this should also be x because these are alternate angles. This is alternate to this. So if I call this x, I can quickly call this x. Same way, if I have this as x, this should also be what? X, right? Because these two are also angles from the same chord. So if this is the case, I can find x because that is what I'm looking for. Now, I can consider so many ways. I would simply use opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral as supplementary. That is to say, this whole angle plus this should be 180. So I have x plus 42 plus 34 plus x should be 180. So x plus x is 2x. 42 plus this is 76 equals 180. So 2x equals 180 minus 76, right? So this is quickly going to give me 104 2x. Then x becomes 104 by 2, which is going to be 50.